Okay, now what we are going to do here is we are now going to take a look here at the external program integration. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be tying together S2 member and we're going to be tying together JVZoo. What that will do is that will mean then that when someone cancels their subscription, and they'll have to go into JVZoo in order to do that, then they will automatically be locked out of getting access to the content. Okay, so this is very important because you want to make sure that you have your content in an area that will keep people from being able to access it indiscriminately. In other words, you don't want this to end up in the wrong hands or end up having someone steal your content that you're really working hard to give to your members. It's really unfair to your members to have your content stolen. Okay, so what you're going to do now is to go to the external program integration button. And you're not going to use the JVZoo IPN URL. You're not going to be using method 2, which is the key generation. You're not going to be using method 3. You are going to be using S2 member integration, which is method 4. Now, if you remember, there is a notepad file. There is the notepad file that we put together. Now that notepad file had a long URL in it, and we're going to go back to that URL, if you recall that. So you should already have this in your notepad. Now if you don't have this already, you should go back to the step where we created this, and we created this when we were putting together our our S2 member site. So now if you take a look at the instructions inside of JVZoo, it gives you some parameters here. Okay, so we've already gotten our URL. We've already done step 1. Step 2, we picked up our proxy key already. And now step 3 is we need to put this together into our custom field. Now, one thing that we need to do inside of this URL, you'll notice that JVZoo tells us, be sure to replace this phrase, proxy gateway, in the URL to anything custom. We can put in there JVZoo, we can put in there the name of our site, we can put in there anything that we want to customize it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go inside of here, and we're going to customize this, and we're going to call this JVZoo. That's what I do. Okay, so that's all you'll have to do. And what you want to do now is you want to get this URL. Now, you'll notice that it's got PayPal notification information. So your JVZoo account should already be integrated with PayPal. That's how this is going to work. So if you've already gone through the steps of opening your account, JVZoo, and you went through the setup process in integrating your PayPal account, you are now ready, and your membership site will work when you integrate them. So we're just going to copy this URL, and we're going to put it right here. Okay, now we don't necessarily need the S2 member custom field because we're not customizing anything. We're going to use the S2 member user level. Now, if you recall, there was a user level that we are going to be using for this product. Remember that the free product was 0, and the user level that we're using for this product is 1. So we're going to put a 1 there. And that's really all that you need to do for your JVZoo integration. And if you have the rest of your product ready, all you've got to do now is you've got to click Save the Product. Now, when you come back out to your JVZoo screen, you're going to see your product there. Now, you'll see I've got their Model Airplane Enthusiast, Affiliate Details page, Upload Product Files, Create Landing Page. All this is there. All your sales information is going to be there. And it's not quite ready for sale because we don't have a product file there for delivery. So now we are ready now to go back and edit this file in order to make it ready for sale. But we are basically ready to start putting the final touches into our site so that we can get ready to sell the product. Now, one thing to note here in this example, you'll notice I've got upload product file here. That really means that there's something that I did not do. So I'm going to go back in here and click edit. Now you can always go back in and edit your product. And what I need to do is we need to make this a thank you page product. Right? Because that's how we're going to administer this. So then we'll go back and we're going to save it. And now JVZoo is going to give us a message. It's going to tell us your product was successfully saved. Your product has warnings, but it is available for sale. Right? So now what we've got to do is we've got to put together the rest of our details in order to get our product ready. But theoretically, we could receive payments and we could have people going into a membership site. Now, once again, things are not quite connected and nothing is really quite ready yet for customers. But as far as your payment processing is concerned, your product is ready for sale. Now, let's take a look at what it looks like at the particular product level. Okay, you're going to notice now that for model airplane enthusiast, we have buy buttons that JVZoo will give us, create landing page, and everything is there for us. Right now, what we're going to do is once we set up our sales page, this message will actually go away because we will have verified that our button is there. Okay, so right now we can't do that, plus the product is still inactive, and we still got more to do in our setup. But that is all now that we need to do for now inside of JVZoo. Now, the next step that we really need to do is we need to go and start setting up our autoresponder. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.